Consider this. How often do we operate on autopilot, driven by old beliefs that we're barely even aware of most of the time, or all of the time? It's kind of like wearing a pair of glasses with colored lenses since childhood, lenses that color our entire world, but sometimes they need an update. Take Emily's story, an independent practice owner. She, unknowingly to her, was carrying a lot of limiting beliefs about money. And this impacted the decisions that she made or didn't make in the business. She had one belief that stood out among the rest, which was you can't take money with you, instilled in her by her grandparents, who believed money should be spent because you never know how much time you'll have left on earth. Now, don't get me wrong, this belief propelled her forward sometimes and served her well because she was able to make decisions quickly and take risks that paid off, but held her back when making other decisions that should have involved a little bit more homework and preparation and cautiousness. She has probably lost as much money as she's made over the years and ultimately has stagnated the business, and she's not achieving the vision that she set out to achieve, which is a high-end GP and referral practice. Because of a series of decisions she made around money, she couldn't hire the caliber of vets that she needed to hire to achieve this vision, despite having a very clear, valuable career pathway offering. Now, letting go of these beliefs and this core belief of you can't take money with you involved, first of all, bringing it into her awareness, and then examining where it came from, and then breaking down the walls around it, and then allowing her to see how a new, more empowering belief would serve her better moving forward, which we co-created. Ultimately, with extensive coaching and professional help from accountants and various other experts, she was able to get the foundations of her vision in place. And 3 years later, she's definitely not far off that vision. Then there's Sarah. Sarah is a clinical director for a corporate, and her belief was that if you want something doing right, do it yourself. One that I'm quite familiar with myself. This served her well because her practice induction and onboarding process for new employees was always very thorough, but to the point of micromanagement, because she continued to oversee every aspect of the business herself, and ultimately people felt controlled. It also meant she was constantly overwhelmed with responsibility, always very busy, and her personal relationships suffered because she was always working at home on a night or thinking about work or obsessing about work. This way of thinking also limited the growth opportunities of her team because Sarah was always reluctant to allow people to take on responsibility for different areas in the practice or projects, because she had to maintain oversight of everything and be touching everything at all times. People just didn't feel empowered to have initiative, so initiative died a death in her practice. But interestingly, this was also really frustrating for Sarah because she couldn't understand why she would approach her team about being creative and helping her to shape the practice, because on some level, this is what she wanted. And she was always really excited at the idea of a more collaborative approach. But this underlying belief that she wasn't aware of until she underwent coaching meant that she was always holding the practice and the people in the team back. These stories highlight a powerful truth. Our beliefs and values deeply impact our daily experiences and interactions. And when we dare to examine and change these colored lenses, we open the door to remarkable transformations. Emily's and Sarah's stories are a call to conscious leadership and living. By facing up to and tweaking our thoughts, we can really change things for the better, for ourselves, yes, and everyone around us. And as a coach specialising in the veterinary field, I'm here to guide you through this process of self-discovery, and we can uncover the beliefs holding you back and pave the way for a more conscious, fulfilling leadership journey for you.